Hi Akash. We are live on LinkedIn. So starting with a quick welcome and introduction about what we are doing today over here. So a very warm welcome on behalf of the entire TapstartX community. TapstartX is India's digital first networking community. The idea is to bring together startups, enablers, and investors under one platform so that with the power of networking and community, entrepreneurs are able to solve their daily hustles and challenges and focus on building what they are meaningfully building, right? As a part of our community, joining us today is Akash Agrawal. He's a co-founder of Zoff Foods. We all have heard about Zoff Foods. We have seen the two brothers on Shark Tank, and obviously quite a splash being made by Zoff in the Indian masalas and spices segment. So, the promise of the brand is that they deliver the spices in their best form and flavors with nutrients, and they have some cool technology behind it that enables them to do this, like cool grinding technology, air classifying mills. We'll hear about all these things from Akash, but a very warm welcome, Akash, to this event.
Thank you, Amrit, for inviting me.
Yes. So, Akash, it's a candid session. Even for our viewers, it's a candid, light-hearted session जहाँ पे हम go to market के बारे में बात करेंगे, Shark Tank के बारे में बात करेंगे, quick commerce के बारे में we'll spend some time on that and we'll understand. But before all of that, let me ask you one question to start off this session on a candid note. After a long, hectic day, what is your go-to food?
Go to food. See, I had a very simple diet because I am very health conscious. So
जी,
once I go from my office, so the ghar ka simple
खाना.
roti sabji is something which really satisfy me. So yeah, basic food.
सो पहला फीडबैक या पहला अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपके प्रोडक्ट का आपके घर से ही आपको मिलता होगा.
Yeah, ekdam matlab because see, Indian
Okay,
spices is such. Uske
right.
bina no one can have food in India. Whatever they eat, Indian spices आना ही आना है. So
जी.
that's the big market Indian spices is.
So Indian spices market is a traditionally run market. It's a huge thing, right? And getting into this segment or वहाँ पे आके फिर dominate करना, creating a good buzz about what you're doing. So let's start. आकाश वहाँ से start करते हैं. पहले आप हमें बताइए Zoff Foods के बारे में. The moat as we call it, जो हमारा main USP है, जो kind of technology we are using. So tell us about that and what you guys are doing at Zoff Foods.
Yeah. So we started this company in 2018, and we chose spices as our first product in Zoff. The idea was market is huge, consumption is huge, and Indian food will have spices. Purpose was to bring spices in a very different way because nothing much was done from last 30, 40 odd years. It was being used in a similar way, similar packaging, similar grinding process, and it was never considered as one of the premium stuff. It was used in regular daily cooking activities, but it was never considered as a premium thing. मीन्स ऐसा होता था कि ठीक है ना, कुछ कुछ भी ले आओ, कुछ भी चलेगा. मीन्स someone would have
कमोडिटी की तरह.
but not specifically in spices.
हम्म.
जबकि सबसे ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है स्पाइसेस का, लाइक एवरी डिश दे मेक उसमें आना ही आना है, वेदर इट्स इन पाउडर फॉर्म, वेदर इट्स इन होल फॉर्म. सो while research we found out that the market is so big, फिर इसमें इतना चेंजेस क्यों नहीं है? The world is growing at a very faster pace. काफी कुछ चेंजेस आ गया है in every item from drinks till any namkeens, chips, and so many different food items. But spices में why not? So there came the idea that okay, काफी scope है, and looking at the market, let's bring spices in a different way. And different way में लाना है, सिर्फ ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ लेके आना है तो ले आओ कुछ भी. Idea was कि किस तरह से डिलीवर करें कि वो कुछ वैल्यू एड डाल सके इन लाइफ ऑफ कंज्यूमर. अदरवाइज एक और ब्रांड मार्केट में आ जाता, हजारों ब्रांड ऑलरेडी थे, एक ब्रांड और आ जाता. सो वी रिसर्च एंड वी फाउंड आउट दैट कन्वीनियंस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड इन स्पाइसेस. पहली बात तो फोकस नहीं है, वी आर बाइंग एनी ब्रांड, कुछ भी मिल जाए. सेकेंडली, उसको किसी भी तरह से रबर बैंड लगा के फ्रिज में डाल दिए, कहीं भी रख दिए। एंड स्पाइसेस वाज नॉट सपोज टू बी केप्ट इन फ्रिज, या उसको कुछ भी उसमें जुगाड़ू बाजू कुछ भी करते रहना है उसके पैकेजिंग के फॉर्म में, उसके स्टोरेज के फॉर्म में। सो कन्वीनियंस वाज समथिंग व्हिच वी रियली वर्कड ऑन, एंड वी केम अप विद दिस Ziploc packaging. You resell it, use it, keep it wherever you want, and till its last use वो सेम टू सेम फ्लो रहेगा। नॉट अनलाइक एनी बॉक्स पैकेजिंग जिसमें मल्टीपल टाइम्स ओपन के बाद नीचे इट स्टार्ट डिपॉजिटिंग, आपका आपको फेंकना ही पड़ता है, 10-20% आपका वेस्ट ही जाता है। सेकेंडली, इन टर्म्स ऑफ ग्राइंडिंग, वी फाउंड आउट दैट जो टेम्परेचर में स्पाइसेस इज बीइंग ग्राइंडेड विद दिस ट्रेडिशनल मशीन्स, द हीट विच इज बीइंग जनरेटेड इज वेरी हाई। यू नो, वैसे नॉर्मली पता नहीं चलेगा विद नेकेड आई, बट कहीं ना कहीं बिकॉज ऑफ दिस हीट न्यूट्रिएंट्स, ऑयल, एरोमा वाज अफेक्टिंग। सो इसको रिटेन करना था। सो देन वी फाउंड आउट दिस टेक्नोलॉजी, एयर क्लासिफाइंग मिल, जिसमें वी आर ग्राइंडिंग एट अ वेरी लो टेम्परेचर विद द हेल्प ऑफ एयर। सो जो उसका एरोमा पंजेंसी was quite better as compared to the traditional unit. So this was two major findings during our research, and we entered into the market with these two things. India market is quite big, and you know, for every brand there is a consumer. आपको कहीं ना कहीं आपके कंज्यूमर मिल जाएंगे आपको। सो कंज्यूमर रियली लाइक्ड इट, उनको पसंद आया कॉन्सेप्ट, उनको चीज़ें अच्छी लगी कि चलो कुछ चीज़ें नया हो रहा है। दोज वांट टू चेंज देयर फूड हैबिट्स, या जो लोग चेंज करते रहते हैं, आई थिंक उन्होंने पहले ट्राई किया, उनको चीज़ें अच्छा लगा, वी गॉट द फीडबैक किया तो मसाला दिखता ही नहीं पैकेट से, क्योंकि भाई आप जैसा फीड करेंगे 30-40 ईयर्स से वो वैसा ही रहेगा लोगों के दिमाग में। सो
Correct.
चैलेंजिंग ऑल्सो कि आप जब कुछ नया चीज़ लेके आते हैं, लोग शायद उसको उस वे में ले भी ना करें, तो स्पाइसेस है ही नहीं, कुछ और होगा। बट वंस स्टार्ट यूजिंग इट, और जब उन्हें कन्वीनियंस पसंद आना चालू हो जाता है, आई थिंक दिस रियली मेक्स एन इम्पैक्ट। और वी एज अ स्टार्टअप, हमारा काम ही यही है कि हम लोगों की लाइफ में क्या चेंजेस लेके आ सकते हो। अदरवाइज व्हाई समवन विल बाय योर प्रोडक्ट? मार्केट में हजारों प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, हजारों प्रोडक्ट्स अवेलेबल हैं, प्राइजेस बेटर प्राइजेस में भी अवेलेबल हैं, बट व्हाई योर प्रोडक्ट्स? सो एज अ स्टार्टअप फाउंडर ये बहुत जरूरी है कि आप क्या कन्वीनियंस प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो, आप उनके लाइफ में क्या चेंजेस लेके आ रहे हो। सो वी ट्राई टू ब्रिंग सम चेंजेस, जिसमें आई थिंक वी हैव गॉट आवर इनिशियल सक्सेस, जो भी हमें मिला है आज तक। आई थिंक काफ़ी कुछ आगे जाना है, जो भी हमारे लर्निंग रिसर्च से है, बट या वी नीड टू टेक दिस स्पाइसेस मार्केट काफ़ी आगे।
Yeah, it's a great timing, I think, Akash, because there's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of content being created on the internet around nutrition, about how customers now should be aware about what they are consuming, right? You know, there are various nutritionists, then there is this food farmer, then there are a lot of things happening right now. So conscious consumption is something which is happening, and I think it's a great timing for you all to also enter in that conversation where people are aware that don't consume spices like a commodity. Please look at it from a quality standpoint, from a experience standpoint, and a shelf life standpoint.
And now life is all about experiences. Whatever you do, like from morning till evening, you have so much to do. पहले इतनी चीजें होती नहीं थी, like whether in terms of food, whether in terms of lifestyle, or any other things. So today you have n number of options. You need to take care of yourself. If you're not eating good, anyway this will affect you. So purpose यही था कि आज के टाइम में everyone should focus on their nutrients part effectively, जिससे कि क्या है कि whatever they are consuming, at least they should know कि यार हम बहुत अच्छा चीजें खा रहे हैं।
Correct, correct. So tell me, when we talk about masalas, हमारे दिमाग में, हमारे जहन में पहले पेरेंट्स आते हैं, मदर्स आते हैं, जो यूजुअली किचन में मसालास के साथ डील करते हैं. So when you all were trying out this thing, the first attempt, what was the first feedback from your household?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
What was the first feedback from your own household, right? जब आप पहली बार ये मसाला घर पे ट्राई करने के लिए कोशिश
So
किए थे.
see, as like other consumers, सबके अपने अपने टेस्ट डिफरेंस होते हैं. So like we came up with like 15-20 spices. तो ऐसा भी कुछ spices था जो घर में पसंद भी नहीं आया, frankly speaking. So you get your first feedback from your home, as rightly asked, and we started working on that क्योंकि spices है, बहुत सारे flavored है, different recipes है. So when you start working, जो फीडबैक के बाद इट डेफिनेटली गिव्स यू रिजल्ट.
Hmm. And home is home. So where the spices are being used, they are the key opinion leaders for this. So,
Exactly.
all right. All right, awesome. So, it's great to know where you're coming from and the kind of impact we are trying to create in terms of. Let's talk about the distribution strategy. We are available offline as well as online, right? So, let's spend some time about the GTM for not only the metros but also the Bharat, the tier two, tier three, tier four cities. आपका approach वहाँ पे कैसा था? Was it taper as in was it first towards the metros and then you decided to look at the larger landscape, or how was it? Tell us about that.
See, when we started in 2018, that time this e-commerce market in grocery was not there. It came
Hmm.
after COVID. Only general trade model was there, e-commerce was there, but that was not effective for the grocery buying because in grocery you need fast delivery. Today, what quick com is doing. So we started with the general trade, but as COVID came, as e-commerce was growing, I'm being the firm believer in the e-commerce from last so many years when it started, and I was in mind that there will be a time where e-commerce for grocery will come into the picture. There will be some solution where grocery will be delivered uh, in whatever less time they can. And I think thanks to COVID, it really gave it the boost to the grocery market. From there, first e-com grew, then today is the time of quick com. So with e-com and quick com, you get the advantage of being national. You get the advantage of being present everywhere. When you start GT, you start by city or a region or a state like that. But when you start e-commerce, you have the pan India with you. So our approach was always to become a national brand. If you see the way we came up with the market, it was not for a particular reason. And it varies from startup founder to founder, how they want to take their product ahead, whether they want to try in a particular geography or they want to go pan India. So our approach was always pan India. And I think e-commerce gave us that boost because general trade, it will take time. It will take lots and lots of money, to go pan India. But e-commerce give you that boost. So in our strategy, we are present pan India with the help of e-commerce. In general trade market, we have started going from Chhattisgarh as our base in Chhattisgarh. So we have started from Chhattisgarh and we are trying to reach as many cities as possible.
Got it. So we understand that quick commerce 3 गुना तेजी से बढ़ रहा है ई कॉमर्स के कंपैरिजन में. लेकिन क्विक कॉमर्स को क्रैक करना भी उतना सिंपल नहीं है, राइट? बिकॉज देर आर सर्टन थिंग्स दैट कम इनटू पिक्चर. विल ऑब्वियसली गो टू दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन. बट as you initially mentioned कि आपने traditional trade से start किया, and then the e-com thing was catching up, and that's where it sort of allowed you to go pan India and everything. So any challenges you want to highlight in terms of e-com that you had when you were in a sort of a transition mode trying to get into e-commerce pan India?
See, there's two way of doing online selling through the marketplace, through your website. We need to understand that where your product will shoot, whether it's a D2C sort of thing or whether it's an e-commerce sort of thing. So in our case, is a marketplace which is easier for the grocery delivery because they can deliver your product at a very fast pace. Your website can't do that. They cannot deliver in 10 minutes. So definitely there's a challenge. When you start doing an e-commerce, you need to spend more. You need the proper visibility that consumers will know about your brand. So first and most important thing is we need to identify that in which platform you need to scale up, whether in your website or whether in a marketplace. So we were very clear, though we had our website won't scale that much. Not today, maybe after 5 years down the line also. Because delivery is the key. And someone has that deliver ability. So today, QuickCom has that ability. So first, once you identify which marketplace or which website you need to scale up, then you need to have a full-fledged strategy. So today, e-commerce needs marketing. They want you to be visible because they already have thousands and thousands of products. It need it involves cost. So the biggest challenge is the marketing. How effective are you able to market your product in that platform, and what's the ROAS you are able to take out from there? Because that's the foremost important challenge. Because if let's say if you're getting a revenue of 1 rupees and if you're spending 1 rupee, initially it's good, but anyway, you need to scale up. Spending 1 rupee, you should get 5 rupees or 10 rupees. Then only it will make sense. Then only you'll be able to make profit. So challenge is how effectively you are able to generate that ROAS by spending the amount which you have cited for the marketing part. So, figuring out the platform, getting listed because it's not easy to get listed everywhere. It takes time. So, getting listing is one of the toughest tasks initially. But yeah, you need to be, keep hammering the platform that they should give you a chance because they are already loaded with so many SKUs. So figuring out places, getting listed, and taking proper ROAS of marketing whatever you are spending. Because without spending, you won't get revenue of that level. Because this all this platform, if you are visible, then only you'll get the desired revenue. Otherwise, it's very much difficult. Otherwise, you need to be a very strong pull brand or a very you need to be such brand which don't need any marketing. So
Correct.
for a startup, you need to do marketing. So these are two, three challenges which anyone face initially. But once it's sought out, so today I can say after 3, 4 years of doing online marketing after COVID, so we are able to crack that. We are present everywhere. We are able to generate better ROAS what we were doing before 1 year, and we know which platform we need to sell. So all these problems we've identified. We also, took time. It took me like 2, 3 years to get listed in Big Basket. So it can take time, but your focus should be there. If
Got
you
it.
have
Got it.
if you have clarity that I want this platform, then you should start hammering until you get listed over there.
So there is a lot of curiosity, and also how the quick commerce platforms basically have their processes in place. And जैसे भी आपने बताया कि it is not easy to get listed, right? So my first question is that when you moved from traditional trade into quick commerce, what was your size back then? And that will sort of help our viewers get an understanding of what was the kind of preparation or the size or the prerequisites that quick commerce needs for considering a brand like Zoff.
See, the every platform has their own way of working. First, we need to understand that what's their way. We need to figure it out with the point of contact that how this platform is working, and you need to work according to their style. Otherwise, they will also not support you because they have their unique way of working. Like e-commerce, like we sell in Flipkart, so their way is different from QuickCom. So every platform का अपना एक आइडेंटिटी है, and the founders should realize this that okay, if I want to scale in Flipkart, so I have to work in that way. In our case, when we pivoted from general trade to e-commerce, because that time COVID was there and GT was not performing that much, so we had this clarity that okay, we need to work hand on hand with Flipkart, whatever is the requirement. And if we are able to deliver that, definitely they'll start giving us priority. And this thing really happened. So this was something prerequisite which I already had that time, and I think this has really helped me a lot because 2021 experiences today I'm trying to use in other platform like QCom because we just got listed 1 year back after Shark Tank. So it's been only 1 year of e-com, but I've been there in the e-com for the last 4 years. But one thing was clear that you need to be flexible. You need to be in continuous touch with them. You need to, have the insights from them because They have lots and lots of insight from searches, from how other brands are performing, how the platform is growing. So first thing was just go with them. If they are ready to list you, just try to work closely with them. Then only you'll get that preference and you'll get the initial scale. Because
So,
as a
so help us with a perspective, Akash. Ke, uh, what was the production capacity? Not capacity, I would say. What was the production size उस वक्त? How many SKUs आप लोग produce कर रहे थे when you all were just entering into quick commerce? So it will help us give an understanding.
so see, Quickcom we entered like 1 year back. Ecom we entered 3-4 years back. And we started in 2018. So as we were doing the GT market, we had our own plant, so we had around 100 plus SKUs. So we had a good range of product from our initial days because it's a big market and every product is being consumed. So and our approach was to go pan India. So we had the desired range, we had our own plant. So it really helped us while scaling. That okay, whatever was required, we had those products that time.
Got it. And uh, we understand. कुछ आप examples बता सकते हैं because you are on Zepto, you are on Big Basket. So maybe help us understand what did the process at Zepto look like when you were in terms with them.
See, first, you need to contact the POC. It's tough to find their number sometime, but if you are able to, or if they reaches you, it's just that the first contact is required. Then, if you are able to convince them to list your product, because listing is in their hand. So, if you're able to convince them with your product, with your quality, or whatever marketing spend you'll be doing, so maybe they'll list you. So first thing is by hook, by crook, anything you just get yourself listed. If you're not there, then like what you'll do? Like you don't have any process to scale up. So listing is the foremost thing, and you need to do it yourself. And I'll say Shark Tank gave us that boost because if you're a new in the market, then there's high chances that they will say, okay, what credibility you have, you're new in the market, what's your business size. Uh,
So,
they want
so Shark Tank happened, and that sort of gave them a good reason to consider the brand.
exactly. See, in our case, so before that, I was trying, but we're not getting that space because they don't have enough space. They work through dark stores model where they have a very limited space, and they try to give preference to all those traditional brand or all those brand who are famous. So it's a challenge for a new startup, to get listed. But the plan of a founder should be try to get yourself listed by any way. See, every startup needs a different way to get listed. So it's on the founder how to get listed. What's the connection he can bring? Maybe with the help of reference or maybe with help of someone. First task is just get listed.
Get listed.
Once you are listed, then you have n number of ideas how to work with them, what to spend. Then you can scale up if you believe in your product, if your product is good. So listing is tough today. I think uh, even Quickcom, they are trying to rationalize their SKU. Whatever product is not working, they are just taking them out. Whatever is working, they are trying to keep that. So the important thing is about listing.
So, आपके perspective से बताइए, are there certain types of businesses that they consider for Quickcom, and certain types of businesses or certain types of products is basically they say कि नहीं भाई ये उस तरीके का रोज का चलने वाला product नहीं है. So because there's a lot of conversation happening around how Instamart and the Blinkit also getting a lot of things. They were talking about PlayStations in 10 minutes, and then they were talking about all random things just being now available on the. There are these memes also coming out about how quick commerce is getting into those products which are typically available on e-commerce, right? So my question here is that you know we talk about skincare brands, we talk about other FMCG products like teas and coffees. So कुछ ऐसे products होते हैं जो वो लोग prefer नहीं करते हैं, and किसको आप ज़्यादा preference देते हो?
See, Quickcom, basically, you need to understand the concept of Quickcom. Quickcom क्यों आया? What Quickcom is trying to do is trying to replace the unorganized market. जो unorganized market means, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल राखी, जब राखी आता है तो स्ट्रीट साइड में राखी वेंडर सेल करने स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, और मे बी वैलेंटाइंस डे में लोग रोज बेच रहे होते हैं, ठीक है. फर्स्ट क्विककॉम इज सॉल्विंग दोस प्रॉब्लम कि वो जो अनऑर्गेनाइज मार्केट है इज कन्वर्टिंग देम टू ऑर्गेनाइज मार्केट, इज गिविंग यू. सेकेंड, द इम्पल्सिव बाइंग, जिसमें आपको एकदम इमीडिएट चाहिए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल नमकीन, स्पोक, pani and lots of stuff. Third, those item which is being used regularly, मतलब हर दिन या 2 दिन में जो यूज होता रहता है. सो क्विककॉम में वही ब्रांड्स आ सकते हैं जिसका यूज केस ऐसा है. इफ यू हैव सम फैंसी प्रोडक्ट्स और सम नीश प्रोडक्ट, आई थिंक क्विककॉम ट्राई टू अवॉइड, क्योंकि वो स्पेस ले लेगा. वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द मैकेनिज्म कि उनका जो रियल स्टेट कॉस्ट है वो सबसे बड़ा कॉस्ट है. दे वांट चर्निंग, कि अगर इस प्लेस में एक प्रोडक्ट आया है वो कितने बार चर्न कर सकता है उस प्लेस से. एंड दे डोंट वांट दोस प्रोडक्ट जो जिसका यूज केस 1 महीने में एक बार है या 2 महीने में एक बार है. दे डोंट वांट टू कीप. जो सबसे फर्स्ट थिंग था हाउ दे स्टार्टेड. इसलिए जो ग्रोसरी के लिए आई सेड राइट कि e-com was there for cosmetics, electronics when it started in 2014-15, but it was not there for the grocery items. So grocery, FMCG, impulsive buying, ये ऐसे कैटेगरी थे जिसमें Quickcom did really well. Now they have started adding few electronics items, earphones, maybe iPhones. So maybe they are going into a different concept where they want to bring some electronics item. Maybe I heard that they have started selling coolers in summers. So
Yes.
it's very dynamic. Means कि यार वो क्या ऐड करने वाले हैं. Every month they have one reason to add some product. आज कोई ओकेशन है, लेट्स से इट्स कोई दिवाली है या कोई पूजा है, सो दे हैव ऑल दैट पूजा वाले इंग्रेडिएंट्स. होली है, दे विल हैव सम कलर्स टू सेल. सो ये बोलना है मुस्तफ है कि क्विककॉम सिर्फ फूड के लिए है या इस पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए है. क्विककॉम उस हर चीज के लिए है जहां पर इंपल्सिव बाइंग है या टाइम बेस्ड बाइंग है पर्टिकुलर कुछ डेज के लिए. सो देयर कम्स द क्विककॉम. सो कुछ अनऑर्गेनाइज थिंग को वो ऑर्गेनाइज करने जा रहे हैं. दे आर द रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ किराना स्टोर्स, क्योंकि सबसे फास्ट डिलीवरी आपको किराना स्टोर से मिल सकता था, बट उससे फास्ट डिलीवरी क्विककॉम प्रोवाइड कर रहा है. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आपके पास क्विककॉम में अगर स्केल करना है, आपके पास वैसे प्रोडक्ट चाहिए जो कंज्यूमर का डेली रिक्वायरमेंट है. मिल्क हो गया, पनीर हो गया. सो ऐसे प्रोडक्ट डेफिनेटली वर्क करेंगे. बट जो प्रोडक्ट जिसका यूज केस बहुत डिलेड है या महीने, 2 महीने, 3 महीने का यूज है, आई थिंक क्विककॉम विल ट्राई टू अवॉइड दोस प्रोडक्ट्स. वो ई-कॉम में चलेंगे.
Yeah, and it makes sense to, for them also to not unnecessarily carry stock on your behalf and wait for that sweet day to for the orders to sell off, right? So it only makes sense. My last question around quick commerce, Akash, कि मान के चलिए एक brand start होता है, it is in the space of FMCG, it is in the space of things that qualify, right, that we discussed. So what is the stage that they should look quick commerce as an option, maybe after going beyond the phase of pilot in their offline spaces where they have tried the products, they have tried or tested a market. So so it's basically I'm talking about the timing bit. So is it size based or is it what ke kab they should start considering कि भाई we need to get on quick commerce?
See, if you are able to get your product listed on the first day, तो आप first day ही करा लो. As I said, it's not about timing कि आज आना या कल आना है. It's about getting space in QuickCom. किसी भी ब्रांड के लिए. See, before that you need to have your product fit first. आपका प्रोडक्ट सही है कि नहीं, जो भी रिसर्च करने के बाद.
The capacity is
assuming कि आज आपके पास बहुत अच्छा प्रोडक्ट है and consumers are liking it, जो भी आपने samples किए, टेस्टिंग किए, it has passed those tests. If you are able to list your product, I'll say कि आप एकदम फर्स्ट डे में लिस्ट करना चालू कर दो. बट इट्स डिफिकल्ट, नॉर्मली हो नहीं पाता है. एज आई सेड, स्पेस कम है. लेकिन अगर आपके पास रिलेशनशिप ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल हो ही नहीं सकता. लकीली इफ यू नो द पीओसी, नॉट डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली, मे बी किसी फाउंडर के थ्रू या किसी भी रीजन से, एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू कन्विंस. आई हैव सीन ऐसे बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट जो बिल्कुल नए हैं, यूनिक हैं, बट दे आर सेलिंग इन क्विक कॉम. ऐसा नहीं है कि न्यू ब्रांड्स को मौका नहीं मिलता क्विक कॉम में. You need to convince the POC कि यार my product is good, you should start considering me. It's a quick com like product. So any brand should keep on trying. और जैसे मैंने बोला, like in 2022 we got listed in Big Basket, but it took us 2 to 3 years to get listed. उस टाइम बिग बास्केट was leading. उस टाइम हम ई-कॉम की बात कर, ई-कॉम डिलीवरी की. तो ऐसा नहीं है, मतलब you need to be behind them. तो आप ट्राई करो फर्स्ट डे से लिस्ट करने का. कीप ऑन ट्राइंग टिल यू गेट लिस्टेड. उसके बाद यू नीड विजिबिलिटी ओवर देयर. आपको लोगों को बताना पड़ेगा कि हम आ चुके हैं. सो मेजर स्पेंडिंग वहीं पर होता है. तो एवरीवन शुड लुक क्विक कॉम एज अ बिगर गेम. आज 1 साल उन्होंने स्पेंड कर दिया, 2 साल स्पेंड कर दिया, इफ यू नॉट एबल टू गेट प्रॉपर आरओआई, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि उनका प्रोडक्ट खराब है. इट विल टेक टाइम. क्विक कॉम क्राउडेड होते जा रहा है. 2 साल पहले इतना नहीं था. आज क्विक कॉम को एक सक्सेस मिल चुका है. अभी रिसेंट जो रिपोर्ट आया जेपी मॉर्गन का, आई थिंक क्विक कॉम को उसका वैलिडेशन मिल चुका है. जो 2-3 साल पहले बात करते थे कि क्विक कॉम का एग्जिस्टेंस होगा कि नहीं होगा, टुडे एवरीवन स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग अबाउट क्विक कॉम. सो क्विक कॉम ने अपने आप को प्रूव कर दिया है. ब्रांड विल टेक टाइम. हमें ऐसा लगता है कि अभी हमारा ई कॉमर्स में परफॉर्मेंस ज्यादा अच्छा है. क्विक कॉम में वी आर स्टिल ग्रोइंग, बट I have a firm belief कि after 2 years क्विक कॉम सबसे ज्यादा लीड कर रहा होगा. You need to spend that level of time in क्विक कॉम. आपको उस लेवल का विजिबिलिटी, मार्केटिंग, और ये भी सब्जेक्टिव है. It depends कि आप कितने इफेक्टिव हो. There's high chances कि at 1 rupees you can get a better result, और there's high chances कि आपको कुछ भी रिजल्ट नहीं मिले. So listing is important. उसके बाद का जो स्टोरी है, it depends on the founder, उसकी स्ट्रेटेजी क्या है, उसके प्रोडक्ट क्या है, कैसे स्केल करना है. Everything is subjective. इसका कोई भी
and they also talk about the stocking bit. How does the stocking system work? आपको एक कमिट करना पड़ता है स्टॉक उनके साथ?
नो, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको करना पड़ता है. पीओज उनके तरफ से आते हैं, वो उनका एल्गोरिथम है कि आपको कितना स्टॉक लोग रखेंगे.
ओके.
सो इनिशियल लेवल में यू कैन गेट ऑर्डर्स. ओके, ठीक है, आपने डिसाइड किया, यू आर एबल टू सेंड एक मिनिमम क्वांटिटी ऑफ प्रोडक्ट. उसके बाद आपका प्रोडक्ट बिकेगा, देन ओनली यू गेट पीओज. पीओज आते हैं. इट डिपेंड्स आप कितने दिन में डिलीवरी कर रहे हैं. एबल टू डिलीवर लेट्स से नेक्स्ट डे कर पा रहे हैं उनके स्टोर्स में, उनका जो वेयरहाउस में, तो आपको डेली ऑर्डर्स आएगा अगर आपका प्रोडक्ट सेल हो रहा है तो. सो दे आर वर्किंग इन अ वेरी इफेक्टिव वे. यू गेट पीओज डेली, बट एक ही चीज है, आपका प्रोडक्ट सेल होना चाहिए. इफ यू आर एबल टू सेल योर प्रोडक्ट एट अ वेरी फास्ट पेस, आई थिंक दे विल बी बिहाइंड यू. आपको उनके पीछे नहीं जाना पड़ेगा. वो चेंज हो जाएगा उसका पूरा सिनेरियो.
Got it. I think this is a great perspective to the founders in the community and at large on LinkedIn also. How does the mindset of quick commerce work, and what is the kind of effort that is required to crack the point of contact? And I think how you...
And I will ask every founders here, if you are able to crack Shark Tank, go and crack it. I think that's the best way of getting marketing. I think that will, clear your idea, your path to reach all the quick com and any platforms, because that gives you solid credibility. If you are able to showcase your product in a proper way, I think you can say you have cleared half your path, in getting listed. And I'm very thankful to Shark Tank. It really helped. So these are all steps. You need to have so many steps in your life, by hook, by crook. So maybe that gave us the real boosting what we wanted. So I'll ask everyone, Shark Tank season 4 will come. Just apply it, try your luck. Maybe if you're able to appear there, there's high chances that they will call you.
Yeah, and it only makes sense, Akash. देखो, आज हम फ्लिपकार्ट, I'm not talking low about any platform, but obviously we don't like certain platforms that give us products with low credibility or low quality, or be it Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra. We all know that there is a certain quality expectation which is
Yeah.
set over there, right? इसके below वी नो दैट ये भाई ये ब्रांड है, यहाँ पे अपने को इतना तो क्वालिटी डिपेंडेबिलिटी है यहाँ पे इनका. सो सिमिलरली आई थिंक क्विक कॉमर्स ऑल्सो विल ड्रॉ अ लाइन, राइट? कि वो आपको, एंड अगेन इट कुड बी सब्जेक्टिव दैट वो किसको कंसिडर करें किसको नहीं करें. जितना ज़्यादा आपका क्रेडिबिलिटी इंटरनेट पे स्ट्रांग है, मार्केट में स्ट्रांग है, उस तरीके से उनका कंसिडरेशन आएगा आपके लिए.
The high chances you'll get listed over there. High chances that consumer prefer. You see, India is growing, and there will be a time जब सबको अच्छा चीजें चाहिए होगा.
Yeah,
Why someone will compromise?
exactly.
भाई अगर आपको ब्रांडेड प्रोडक्ट 100 रुपये मिलता है तो नॉन ब्रांडेड 90 में मिलेगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि नॉन ब्रांडेड आपको 50 में मिलेगा. सो फॉर अ
Exactly.
स्मॉलर प्रीमियम, छोटा सा प्रीमियम, व्हाई वोंट यू गो फॉर अ ब्रांडेड आइटम जिसमें यू हैव द फेथ इन द क्वालिटी? सो I think if you have the credibility, or you are able to develop that, क्विककॉम आपको रखेगा ही रखेगा. नहीं
Got
रखने
it.
का रीजन ही नहीं ना उसके पास, बिकॉज
I think that will create a pull that we were talking about from the masses also, and also from the quick-com folks.
exactly, because क्विककॉम रिप्लेसमेंट है. See, you need to understand, क्विककॉम is the replacement of traditional kirana stores, traditional unorganized stores जो सीजनल रहते थे. इट्स जस्ट द रिप्लेसमेंट. ये उसको ऑर्गेनाइज स्ट्रक्चर में लेके आ रहा है. दैट्स इट.
Hmm, hmm. Right. So I have my next section with you right now is going to be on Shark Tank, understanding all things happened. But just before jumping on to that section, my last question that I want to ask you is about the brand ambassador. We all know that you guys have onboarded Shilpa Shetty in terms of how we have seen advertisements, we have seen the posters. So. How did you plan to onboard Shilpa Shetty as a brand ambassador, knowing that she's known for fitness, or as a fitness guru, because that also resonates, right? So, क्या thought था उसके वहाँ पे आपका?
So, see, she is with us जब ब्रांड मार्केट में आया भी नहीं था. And the approach was, we need someone. See, I'm talking about the credibility. From where you'll get this?
Hmm.
Today, let's say I want to start a startup. So there should be some credible factors. Otherwise, how consumer or how a platform will trust you? They will say, मार्केट में हजारों ब्रांड ऐसे ही हैं, हर दिन एक नया ब्रांड आ जाता है. दिस इज अ कॉमन थिंग विच यू लिसन. सो our idea was, as is a crowded market, as there are lots and lots of players, we need to have some differentiation. And we found out that, okay, Shilpa Shetty is known for her health. So why not to take someone who resonates with our brand? Because here we are talking about the quality. We want to give the best of the quality spices, and we are in the learning phase. When I say quality, you put all your efforts to provide your consumer जो bestest form में हो सकता है.
Hmm.
So Shilpa Shetty really resonates with our vision, हमारा जो brand values के साथ she was going good. So we took her, and she's with us. It's been like 6-7 years she's with us. The next 2 years also she's with us. So ऐसा है कि uh, like she's going very good with the brand, if you say.
Got it.
So I think it really helped us in choosing us.
आई थिंक एक वो आवाज चाहिए जो लोग सुने कि अभी लाइक अ रैंडम पर्सन कितना ही शेयर ऑफ वॉइस मिलेगा मार्केट में, बट देन समवन हु इज ऑलरेडी अ सेलिब्रिटी एंड
No,
ऑल्सो
no,
हाँ, someone who's known, and someone who has attention of those who are fitness enthusiasts who value fitness. I think
exactly.
वहाँ पे वो relevance of audience आ जाता है, and it makes sense to have someone like that, and it is largely appreciated. All right, so moving on to our last section for this conversation, talking about Shark Tank, आपने mention किया that how it has boosted the trajectory of Zoff Foods. Uh, Go back to the very first moment where you guys heard about Shark Tank, and what went in your mind that okay, should we pursue it? उसके बारे में कुछ बताइए.
So see, when Shark Tank season 1 came, I was not aware about that, और मुझे कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा idea भी नहीं था कि what impact can Shark Tank bring for entrepreneurs. But I saw someone from Shark Tank season 1 getting that impact, जो brand visibility जो मिल रहा था, आई थिंक वहां से देख के ऐसा लगा कि यार आई शुड ऑल्सो बी देयर, आई शुड ऑल्सो ट्राई टू पिच माई प्रोडक्ट. वही बात मैंने अभी सबके लिए बोला कि मतलब just try your luck because lakhs and lakhs of applications can आते हैं and from that बहुत कम परसेंटेज में वो सिलेक्ट होते हैं. सो कुछ लक भी है, कुछ आपका स्टार्टअप कुछ पर्पस सॉल्व भी करना चाहिए, कुछ स्टार्टअप का विजन होना चाहिए. सो आई थिंक दे विल चूज यू. सो जो फर्स्ट सीजन के बाद जो इम्पैक्ट देखा मैंने, वहीं से लाइक मन बना लिया कि whenever Shark Tank season 2 will come, I'll fill out the form. And फिर जो उनके प्रोसेसेस हैं वो क्लियर होता गया and finally we got the chance to pitch in front of sharks.
So we saw your pitches on Shark Tank and हम जो देखते हैं on the television, obviously वो तो एक crisp and perfect version होता है. But आप बताइए how much time actually did you get with the sharks?
So देखिए, आप लोग जो देखते हैं वो तो 15-20 मिनट का देखते हैं. And जो शूट होता है लगभग 1-1.5 घंटे का शूट होता है. So it's really a long shoot because they are investing real money. And until unless they develop that faith in the founder or in their startup, तब तक they won't invest money. Because market में हजारों ideas घूम रहे हैं. And those who want to invest money, वो तो बहुत सोच समझ के पैसा लगाएंगे. So I think वहाँ पे उनको convince करना, getting the fund out of there, और आपको पता नहीं होता है what they will ask. It's just that you need to be prepared. आपको पूरा information आपके brand का होना चाहिए. आपको market और industry के बारे में knowledge होना चाहिए because they will ask you all the insights. So while facing them, if you are ready, if you are confident, and if they are able to see that in your eyes, I think they will go with you. And similar thing happened with us.
Got it. Any takeaways from your experience at Shark Tank, either about negotiation या investors का expectation क्या होता है typically, या अगर समझो a lot of people get also rejected on the show, right? कई लोगों का shoot होता है लेकिन वो air नहीं होता है, and a lot of backlash has also come on the internet. तो what is your experience, any takeaways आप बताइए कुछ. आपका negotiation, आपका हमने episode देखा है, तो आपके और आपके ब्रदर का एक्सपीरियंस कैसा था वहाँ पे?
See, आपको पता नहीं है कि वहाँ पे वो लोग आपसे क्या पूछने वाले हैं. And you have only 1 hour to prove yourself. And in that 1 hour, they need to decide what type of valuation they need to give, what type of money they need to put. So दोनों के लिए सिचुएशन सिमिलर है. दोनों को एक दूसरे के बारे में कुछ नहीं पता है and at the spot डिसीजन लेना है. They will take one decision. You need to take that decision कि whether you need to go with them or not, or whether you need to negotiate with them or not. So when we entered, purpose ही था, it's not about valuation. See, valuation हमेशा सब कुछ नहीं होता है. We asked for 200 crores, we got 80 crores. बहुत बार बाकी सारी चीजें मैटर करती है, इकोसिस्टम मैटर करता है, वो क्रेडिबिलिटी मैटर करता है. सो वैल्यूशन डेफिनेटली इट्स योर कंपनी, 1% मैटर करेगा, बट सिर्फ वैल्यूशन ही मैटर नहीं करेगा. एंड इवन इन शार्क टैंक 1 घंटे में आपको कन्विंस करना है. यू आर नॉट पिचिंग टू इन्वेस्टर जो 3 महीना लगाता है आपको पहले एनालाइज करने में, उसके बाद ऑफर देता है. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस. देयर यू आर नॉट गेटिंग द मार्केटिंग बेनिफिट्स, हियर यू आर गेटिंग द मार्केटिंग बेनिफिट्स. सो शार्क टैंक का क्या फैक्टर है, क्या आपको हेल्प करता है शार्क टैंक, वो समझना जरूरी है. सो 90% इज अबाउट मार्केटिंग. यू आर गेटिंग सच लेवल ऑफ मार्केटिंग, वो आपको इफ यू स्पेंड मनी ऑल्सो तब भी आपको नहीं मिलेगा. सो मार्केटिंग फर्स्ट है वो. सेकेंड, या फाइट फॉर योर वैल्यूशन, वो सबको करना चाहिए, बट एंड ऑफ द डे यू नीड टू बी रीजनेबल. आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि वो भी आप पे बिलीव कर रहे हैं, आप कहाँ उसको लॉक कर सकते हो. जस्ट डोंट रन फॉर वैल्यूशन, किया मुझे वैल्यूशन नहीं मिलेगा, मैं एडमेंट हूँ, देन ओनली आई विल गो. क्योंकि यू नीड टू कम ऑन टीवी. अगर आपका डील नहीं होता है तो देयर हाई चांसेस दे वोंट शो यू. डील होता है, देयर इज गुड चांसेस, लाइक 90-95% चांसेस है कि आपको वो ऑन एयर दिखाएंगे. डील नहीं होता है तो 5% चांसेस है आप दिखोगे. तो जो जैसे आपने बोला बहुत लोग ऑन एयर नहीं हो पाते हैं, जिनका डील नहीं होता ऑन एयर हो नहीं पाते हैं, सो वो वहीं पर ही चीजें क्लोज हो जाता है।
Hmm.
दे आर नॉट कमिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ टीवी, दे आर नॉट कमिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ कंज्यूमर, जिन्हें आपके ब्रांड बारे में पता चले। सो you need to understand it's a marketing platform and try to get a shark because definitely they'll add some value to your brand, वो आपके साथ होंगे। try to close in a decent valuation। अगर आपका जो आपने डिमांड किया है if it's not happening, don't be rigid क्या मुझे यही चाहिए यही करना है। टेक द डील, आगे पीछे करके नेगोशिएट करके, इफ यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट इनफ कन्विंस देम। वो उससे ज्यादा, यू हैव सीन सम एपिसोड जहां वो लोग ज्यादा लगाने को भी तैयार हो जाते हैं।
Yeah.
सो कन्विंस देम, इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू, try to close it proper basis so that you get the chance to come in TV, and uske baad once you get the branding and all, then it's up to the founder how he's able to run his company.
Hmm, hmm, Got it. And following Shark Tank experience, did Zoff Foods experience any collaboration opportunities or increase in opportunities of getting funded?
Yeah, so once you are there, you'll be approached by so many fund houses. Everyone wants to invest in your company. So when we got the investment, random people were calling, okay, we want to put money in your company. So not only investors, random people. So see, this is the power of Shark Tank. So you will get all the limelights. Your brand will get all the desire marketing what you want. So it has its own impact, and everyone should try their luck because some luck is also required, to get selected, to get a good pace, to get funding.
Hmm.
So some luck and definitely your lots and lots of hard effort.
Hmm. Got it. I think this explains the see there's a lot of thing a lot of it is being said about Shark Tank, a lot of backlash, but you love it or hate it, it is a given fact that the
No,
impact that it
I'll
can.
add to this, Amrit.
Yes.
See, what kind of backlist is Shark Tank is getting? Those who have not got investment, they are trying to backlist, or those who got failed in their due diligence part, like whatever they said in the tank, I think some of the information was not wrong. They are trying to, say, negative things about Shark Tank. So you will get backlists because you are doing amazing things. Those who are not happy with you, definitely they will say something negative. But I'll say Shark Tank is a very spontaneous show. Whatever you being asked over there is very natural. Be true. If you are true about your business, you're able to get the fund, you'll get the fund in your account. So I don't think any negative things about it. Not a single thing. Shark Tank can only give you, cannot take you something from you. So you need to understand that this all backlists are coming from whom? Because in this world you cannot satisfy everyone. So someone will be there to say negative things.
Got it. Got it.
But whosoever is listening to me, I'll say just don't go in all this type of backlists.
Yeah, and the kind of the content we have seen for people who have people like you or other brands who have successfully leveraged Shark Tank, there have been a spike. There are it's a fact that it real time impacts the growth trajectory of these brands. So love it or not, but it is impacting the businesses positively. And
Positively, I'm saying you, Shark Tank has nothing negative to give to you. It will give only positives, only positives.
hmm, hmm,
They are giving you platform. They are giving you 15, 20-minute time in national TV. What you want. Now it's up to you how to scale up. Shark Tank won't come and scale your business. They have given you the desired platform. And this is not the first reality show. Earlier, whatever reality show we used to see, maybe a dance show, maybe a singing show, we have seen like such big celebrities have come out of those reality shows. So Shark Tank is trying to do that in entrepreneurship level. And I think there's a, what do you say, एक लहर आई है entrepreneurship की in India.
hmm,
जिनको entrepreneurship के बारे में पता नहीं था, जिनको valuation के बारे में पता नहीं था, they have also started knowing about that. So I think all thanks to Shark Tank for giving such opportunity to youngsters and entrepreneurs like us.
Awesome. I think we are overshooting the time. I don't want to crack up your weekend that we already have. I just have a couple of questions from the community जो लोगों ने share किया हमारे साथ in a quick way. If we can just give responses, and obviously you are a part of the community. I'm sure there's a kind of support you will be offering to the community in case someone is asking you. Anything. So modern trade, which is better between general or modern trade for FMCGs in your experience? It's understood, but then just a quick view for the member.
See, as a brand, you need to be present everywhere. It's not about good or bad. It's not that okay, only quick commerce will give you a business, no other platform will give you. It's the behavior. Someone who was buying in general trade for so long, now they're coming to modern trade for a structured buying. Someone who was buying in the modern trade, now they're coming to e-commerce. Someone who's buying from e-commerce, now they're moving to quick commerce. It's a shift happening. So no platform is good or bad. As a brand, you present everywhere, you'll get your share. Some will give you more, some will give you less. It's on your strategy. So I don't means for me, it's not that GT is good or MT is good. I think both have their equal importance. It's your strategy where you want to have better presence and from where you want a better revenue.
Got it. And talking about quick commerce or these markets, what is typically the credit period? So we have a question that what remains the credit period for quick commerce, or do they buy the stock and everything? So we did highlight that आपका POs on a daily basis आता है, but credit period कैसा चलता है उनका?
So it's a 30 days credit period, and they buy your stock. They keep the inventory in their warehouses. And as I said, like जो बिकेगा उसी का PO आएगा. First time you can get the PO by listing, पर उसके बाद जो बिकेगा वही PO आएगा. So जो circulation हो रहा है उसी का PO आ रहा है. So you'll get your money 30 days. So I think payment भी उनका proper है, is in 30 days. PO भी regular आते हैं. It's just that your product should move from the shelf.
Correct. I think there are some other questions also that how to get onboarded quickly on quick commerce platforms, but we
So come
clearly
to Shark Tank.
focus.
नहीं, for this come to Shark Tank. They'll definitely onboard you. देखिए
That is one way of quickly getting onboarded.
सबसे फास्टेस्ट तरीका यही है और सेकंड उससे फास्टेस्ट इफ यू नो द फाउंडर ऑफ क्विककॉम.
Alright, so यहाँ पे मैं मौका नहीं छोड़ूंगा to blow my own trumpet कि please guys invest in networking. That's the reason why we exist. That we push and urge more.
So networking is the next biggest thing in the startup industry. I'll say if you have good networking, there's high chances half of your problem will get solved.
Yeah. And that's the reason why we are building digital first networking platform, because networking वो चीज़ नहीं होनी चाहिए जो आप महीने में 2 बार एक इवेंट में जाके ढेर सारे पैसे डाल के करो. आप अपने ऑफिस से, आपके घर से, आपके मोबाइल फोन से 10 मिनट डाल के भी कर सकते हो. वो होनी चाहिए नेटवर्किंग, बिकॉज आपको रोज जरूरत पड़ने वाली है उसकी. So we find ourselves in a good space, and I'm sure a lot of people will have a lot of questions. There is also one question asking कि highly commoditized segment में आपने जाके एक brand बनाया है, तो what are your strategies? But I think let people come to you in person about things, because strategies की जब हम बात करते हैं तो conversations कभी 2 मिनट में या 4 मिनट में खत्म नहीं हो सकती.
But to add to this one point, in this world everything is commoditized. ऐसा कोई सामान नहीं आता जो commoditized के हिसाब से नहीं बिका है. जब उसमें कोई ब्रांड बनाता है with their effort, quality, strategy, style से, तब वो चीजें commodity से हट के ब्रांड बन जाती है. So definitely spices is a commoditized business, but if you'll see जो 2-3 बड़े players हैं, if you'll see their EBITDA margins, that's quite high. So it's not that कि commoditized ही business है. The way you work will convert your brand from commoditized to a branded product, and we are trying to do that. जो भी हमारे strategies हैं या जिस तरह से हम लोगों तक अपनी प्रोडक्ट पहुंचा सकते हैं, and real money you get जब आपका ऐसा कुछ convert होता है, क्योंकि commodity is something जिसका consumption बहुत ज़्यादा है, and if you are able to convert a mass commodity product into a brand, I think जो revenue आएगा वो भी इस हिसाब से ज़्यादा होगा. So it's easier sometime आप commodity को जब convert करते हो, definitely it needs good marketing strategies, efforts, काफी मेहनत करना पड़ता है, but ऐसा नहीं है कि convert नहीं होता है. World has seen कॉमटाइज प्रोडक्ट, एक से कॉमटाइज प्रोडक्ट लाइक ऑयल, राइस, वाटर, पानी, मतलब जो भी पी रहे हैं, मतलब अच्छे अच्छे चीजें कॉमटाइज से ब्रांडेड में कन्वर्ट हुआ है.
Yeah, so I think that's what even we have seen across all these years. How जैसे आपने पानी के बारे में बात कर दिया, बॉटल में आप ब्रांड करके दे रहे हो. There is so excellent way of putting it, Akash. And thank you so much. So as a part of the community, if I were to ask you, okay, if members ask us that will Akash be helping us, so what will be a few areas maybe you will be able to add value to the community or help the fellow founders?
See, basics things about startup which is being required, because I have gone through these phases. Like it's our 6th year and I have various learnings with me. और अगर whatever they ask उस learnings में से मैं कुछ भी शेयर कर पाऊँ, like how I got listed in Quickcom, starting journey कैसा रहा, हमने कैसे अपने आप को scale किया, so all these point definitely I can help up with. किसका कोई भी सवाल रहेगा, किसको कुछ भी जानना होगा, because if something related to my journey, और कोई कुछ चीजें बेसिक्स होती हैं स्टार्टअप का जो आप लर्न करके सीखते हैं. सो आई हैव मेनी लर्निंग्स, और मुझे जब भी मौका मिलेगा कुछ लर्निंग शेयर करने का, आई वुड लव टू, बिकॉज ये कम्युनिटी है एंड अगर मुझे किसी चीज से फायदा हुआ है तो आई वुड लव कि उस कम्युनिटी को भी उस चीज से फायदा हो. सो दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ अ कम्युनिटी. सो आई थिंक किसी को कुछ भी लगता है, कहीं भी कोई चीज प्रॉब्लम आती है जिसमें आई एम अवेलेबल या मैंने वो चीज किया है, सो डेफिनेटली आई वुड लव टू शेयर.
Lovely. That's really kind of you. So as a community, we also have a mentor board, and mentor board में basically हमारे जो mentors हैं, आप जैसे लोग जो you have been there, done that. A lot of people are onboarded and listed over there, and people come to us in terms of seeking help. तो कहीं भी अगर हमको लगता है there is a good fit, and I think something जो आप वैल्यू ऐड कर पाओगे, तो वी विल डेफिनेटली हेल्प यू कनेक्ट विद दोस फाउंडर्स एज अ नेटवर्किंग कम्युनिटी दैट वी आर. सो ऑन दिस नोट, आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक you on behalf of the entire community, all the viewers on this session. Akash, it was an immensely insightful session with you. Thank you for candidly putting out everything, sharing with us. And I think it's a long journey we all are on to, right, as startup founders. So being together and thriving is something that we must look forward to. So thank you so much for this session today. Looking forward to more such insightful sessions with you. Thank you, Suranjika, for arranging and curating this session for us. Any closing statements? Then we can wrap it up, Akash.
So, closing statement for me?
Yeah, any closing statements for our community?
So I think you guys are, developing a good community, and as I said, like networking is the next biggest thing. And kudos to you guys कि आप इसी को build up कर रहे हैं. And I would advise lots and lots of startup founders, come to community, join it, take the advantage, because see जो भी learnings आज जो बातें हुई हैं, this is what community. And it's always not easy to reach someone और उनसे आप इतना डिटेल में बात कर सकते हैं. Only community people can do it. So I think मेरे learning से या मेरे जो भी experiences मेरा रहा है, if I can impact anyone, I think मुझे लगेगा कि I have done a good job, and this will be possible because of TapstartX. So I think you guys are doing brilliantly good. अच्छा community build up कर रहे हैं, and hope कि और ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग join करें, and your community becomes one of the top startup community network in India.
Lovely. Thank you so much. This means a lot, and I'm sure this will go a long way. Thank you so much, Akash, for being with us today. Wishing you all the best for Zoff Foods, and may Zoff Food quickly go for IPO also one day. So wishing you the best for that, and looking forward to connecting with you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you
everyone on LinkedIn for tuning in today. Have a great weekend.